This went insanely viral. The CEO of a company called Astronomer was caught on the kiss cam hugging one of his employees, the head of HR.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
And I said...
But Chris, in the video, Chris Martin is like, something's going on here.
I said startup CEOs can't even hug their chief people officer at a concert in this country anymore.
It is crazy when the internet descends on a current thing, how viral it is. Like, just you have to jump in on the current thing.
Well, before we talk more about this,
yes.
I wanted a quick word from our sponsor. Astro by Astronomer is the orchestration-first data ops platform built on Apache Airflow, empowering your team to build, run, and observe data pipelines that just work, all from one place.
Do you believe the conspiracy theory? Put on the tinfoil hat.
Yeah. So
will you steel man the tinfoil hat? What is the tinfoil hat explanation here?
Tinfoil hat explanation here
all press is good press?
Is that Nathan, for you, this is just part of an elaborate stunt.
Yes.
And Nathan's plan was have the CEO get caught having an affair with a coworker to increase brand awareness and get a buzz going. This was Charlie Light over on X.
They definitely
X's
got
theory.
a buzz going.
Yeah, a lot more people know about Astronomer today.
100%. 100%.
But hard to see how it would have been planned. There's been a bunch of jokes. Ryan Peterson said, board should give him a raise. Without this viral moment, I'd never know that Astronomer is used by enterprise clients to manage Apache Airflow and achieve 70% higher uptime than self-managed Airflow. So, lots going on today. Alex Cohen says, imagine losing half your life savings at a Coldplay concert.
Why half? Oh, because he's going to get a divorce. Okay.
Apparently,
I thought it was about him getting
it's very
I thought
sad.
it was a vesting joke.
These are adults that made their own decisions.
Yeah.
And they now have to live with the consequences, but I doubt either of them would have paid half their net worth for those tickets.
Yeah. Rough. Very, very bizarre. I was reminded of what Emily Sundberg told us when she came on the show. I was asking her how the Hamptons has changed since the era of social media, the age of the internet. And she said that there are so many TikTokers documenting everything that happens in the Hamptons now that you can't even leave a party with someone else's wife. That's what she said to us. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, like, what does this actually mean for birth rates? What does this mean for, like, this seems predictable at this point. Well, this isn't the first one that's happened. I've seen these other videos.
Having debate this morning, which is that Find My Friends is the best thing to happen to monogamy.
Yes.
Potentially ever.
Yes.
Because if you are in a committed long-term relationship and you do not want your partner to have visibility into your whereabouts, you can make a pretty bad argument for privacy. But it ultimately it doesn't. It's really hard to stand behind. And so I think it's potentially a really positive force against social media and dating app culture and things like that.
Yeah.
So the answer to technology problems is more technology.
More technology, maybe. Yeah. It was like this. It's this countervailing force because, like, what was it, like Instagram is like constantly flooding you with like recommended, like, look at this girl, look at this random person, look at this thing, look at you know, like, go down this rabbit hole, and then Find My Friends is maybe pulling you back. But I mean, he probably said I have to go for this for work or some client.
Fix this issue.
Doesn't really fix this issue.
Lulu,
but the Kiss Cam does. The Kiss Cam is a Lindy technology.
So Lulu had some advice. She says, just giving out priceless comms. Crisis comms for the Astronomer team. She says, don't bother with crisis comms here. The CEO will try to get you to protect him, but it's not his company. He's a temporary steward. Your job is to protect the company. The CEO is a professional manager who's only been there 2 years. The HR person has been there less than a year. Neither is tied to the identity of the company. Preserving trust is more important. Your business model is to handle sensitive data, and your priority is scaling, and that's tough to do when with multiple known liars on the senior leadership team. A better comms plan than trying to save the situation. Andy Byron is on the board, but he's not a founder, doesn't have control. The other 5 members should replace him. You can then use the new CEO announcement as a reset and get people to focus again on Astronomer's actual business instead of its drama. So we did reach out to Andy this morning to see if he wanted to tell his side of the story. Felt like an extremely, you got to be a little bit crazy like Soham to want to come on after you have the current thing.
Yep.
But in this case, we should have the new CEO on of Astronomer whenever that comes. So there's a poly market today on whether he'll be out by the end of next week. Odds are currently sitting around 38%. I would not be surprised if there's somebody new stepping into the CEO role at the company. This seems to have been a way bigger than just the current thing on X. It seems to have really broken containment. So,
is this a Databricks competitor? Like Apache Airflow is it says open source workflow orchestration platform used to programmatically author, schedule, and monitor data pipelines. I wonder if their business is just exploding. DAG, directed
so
graphs.
Quite the lineup of investors. They've got Bain Capital Ventures.
Let's go.
Just led a Series D this year into Astronomer. So let's hit the size go for that.
It's probably a fantastic business.
And then Insight is also led the Series C in March of 2022.
Yeah.
So Venrock was in the Series A as well. And then Sierra Ventures, who I'm not familiar with, has led a couple different financing. So, yeah, this business has been around for a while. They're going to get through this. I'm sure that Bain Capital and Insight and the other members of the board are already figuring out who they can get to step up and run this company.
Yeah, there just seemed to be some sort of line between like bizarre, salacious, but ultimately orthogonal to the core business drama, and like actual core business drama, like some fundamental flaw in the business plan that's exposed, like FTX or Theranos versus just this like, you know, drama that's happening here. I keep laughing about that analogy we go back to, where if you found out that, you know, I think what do I have? I have what are Pilot Sport tires? Is that Bridgestone? Michelin tires. So if you told me that the CEO of Michelin was caught at a Coldplay concert with the head of Michelin HR, it would be a tall order for me to go get new tires, right? I'd be like, the tires work pretty well.
Yeah.
That issue doesn't really affect my tires.
It's more so that the the difference here is that being caught is different than being on the Kiss cam and getting 100 million views today. My post alone has 1 million views, and I posted it a few hours ago.
But do you think it's going to actually affect like revenue? I don't
think it will affect the business at all necessarily. Maybe a little turbulence because of needing to find new management and having
certainly stressful weeks. Of
turnover
with stuff.
Turnover on the exec team is going to be a challenge, but ultimately their customers are not going to, you know, say, hey, we're turning off, you know, we want out of our contract if the product is good. Maybe some people use it as an excuse.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't see this affecting the business. But then again, it's like, if you're Bain Capital or Insight, do you really want, he came in 2 years ago. Sounds like he's been executing, the team has been executing well. If they got from Series C to D over the last couple of years, it means they're probably growing nicely. But I don't necessarily think that this is the end of this guy, either of their careers. Yeah, it just should be the end at this company. Yeah, because if you're the board and you tolerate this, that just means, yeah, we tolerate people of, you know, poor moral character.
Sure. Yeah. Also interesting. I mean, this company's like, we've never even heard of it, and it's on an absolute tear, Series D at this point. And does this not sound like something that should be in the AWS dashboard? Like we were talking about Browserbase yesterday, getting like quote unquote copied. And there's just something about these like point solutions that just are, you know, nailing a specific problem. You know, in this case, it's like deployment and management of an open source project. It's literally anyone can just run Apache Airflow. They just help you do it better. And that's kind of what Databricks did with Spark. like Spark's an open source project. Now they for these data pipelines, now they help companies actually install, manage, run them, and then put a bunch of software on top of it. And Databricks has been massively successful. And so it's interesting to bring it back to Brasserie because it just kind of reveals that like these companies can be kind of grinding in silence for a while. Just, I guess the note for Paul Klein is probably stay out, avoid being the current thing, like because the failure mode could be less technical and more interpersonal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
True.
Anyway,
work, retire, die may have been inspired by my post.
Okay.
Or it could have been totally random, but he said married CEOs can't even hug and romantically sway with their married head of HR during a Coldplay concert anymore because of woke.
Oh, because of woke. Okay. Yes.